Today I will be discussing a policy on the topic of meat consumption. I will be discussing its effects on health, whether they be good or bad, its impacts on the planet, and whether or not it is ethical, all of which being related to America in the sake of this discussion. My claim of policy will challenge people's views on eating meat. First, I will go over the effects of eating meat on one's health. With America's ever-growing obesity rate and health problem issues, meat plays a role in it. Fast food is consumed on a large scale, most of which is meat. Consumption of meat has been shown to put people at higher risk of diabetes, stroke, and heart disease. Of course, eating meat doesn't directly cause this, but many Americans eat too much of it, which leads to these issues. Cutting down on meat consumption can only benefit you. Now moving on to its impacts on the planet. Mass animal agriculture results in a large emission of greenhouse gases, which harms the ozone layer. In addition to this, to farm animals, you need land, and this leads to deforestation. It is estimated that 91% of the Amazon rainforest deforestation is caused by demand for animal agriculture. In fact, according to Climate Nexus, animal agriculture is linked to 55% of erosion, 60% of nitrogen pollution, and 70% of the global dietary phosphorus footprint. Lastly, I will be discussing the controversies of ethics in relation to animal consumption. While they do taste good, when viewing it from an ethical standpoint, is eating meat really ethical? While this is ultimately up for an individual to decide, in today's world, eating meat is not as necessary. Studies have shown that not eating meat, you can still live just fine. And I would like to discuss some viewpoints which are not often thought of. Animals deserve just as much rights as humans when it comes to leading a happy life. Animals have been here long before humans, and when humans arrived, we started ruining their homes and killing them by the masses. In addition to this, especially in Western society, humans have decided which animals are ethical to kill and which ones aren't, which doesn't make much sense. An argument for killing animals is that animals lack moral status, meaning that they do not have any important duties, which would make them need to be treated with high regard to their well-being. However, does this mean that it's okay to kill someone who is mentally challenged or clinically brain dead? Of course, the answer is no. At the end of the day, humans are still animals, and wild animals should be respected the same way that humans are. In fact, humans have performed much more heinous acts than wild animals, while being aware that the action being taken is wrong. In conclusion, eating meat in moderation or removing it from one's diet can have beneficial effects on health. The effects of animal agriculture is having negative impacts on Earth's environment, and the consumption of eating animals is unethical in today's world.